Hello, I am Suzette, Dream Team member here at Art Anthology. Today, I am going to show you how to make this beautiful journal page using Art Anthology products. Gather your supplies and let's get started.
Hi, today I'm gonna be playing with my Art Anthology coloration sprays. I'm using Salmon and Sandcastle. I'm gonna be using my brand new stencil that is it's called Beehive. And I'm also gonna be using some Liquitex Light molding paste. I'm not gonna wait for the molding paste to dry. I'm experimenting today. I'm gonna see how it turns out when I spray the coloration spray on the molding paste when it's actually still wet. So I am gonna go ahead and place my stencil and grab some of my molding paste here and just go ahead and drag it through. I'm not too bothered if it goes everywhere because I kind of like a nice rough look. So I'm just going to do that and then peel away my stencil. Let me just get the remainder of this thin there and clean up my stencil right away because you don't want the molding paste to dry on your stencil. It will definitely ruin your stencil. So this is the Beehive stencil, so it's by Art Anthology. I'm going to put that aside. And then we can grab our colorations sprays. Let me just clean that up also, get that out of the way. Grab our coloration sprays and let's see what happens. I'm going to put down some paper towel here so I don't get them everywhere. And I'm going to start with Sandcastle and give it a spray. I don't want to oversaturate them because bear in mind that it is wet and I don't want to make it get runny. This is a very bright color. I like how it's going down in the cracks there. Add a little bit more up here. And a little bit more of this one because the other one is taken over, so great. Now I'm gonna dry this. I'm just gonna give it a start with the heat gun and then I'm gonna set it aside to dry thoroughly. It will probably take a while to dry because I've saturated it and it was already wet, so but so far I'm liking how it's looking. So I think this is definitely working out. I'm gonna set it aside to dry and then we'll check back in a bit. As you can see, it's very runny, but that's okay. Can make those drips go down. I actually like when it does stuff like that. Great. Alright, we're going to set this aside to dry thoroughly and when we come back we will add some embellishments and make a cute little journal page. Now our background is dry, it's time to add some embellishments. I've gone ahead and stamped and written a couple things here. Happy bee and my little bees and hearts. Those are a stamp and I'm going to just use my ink pad and my stamping sponge just to go away around rather the edges, just to help them pop off when we stick them down onto our page. You don't have to do this, it's entirely optional. I just find that it gives it some dimension. But it also can be a bit messy. So it really is up to you. These are so tiny, I'm not going to bother do those. So let me put those away and grab my glue. Any glue is fine. I like the Nuvo glue because it grabs very quickly. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stick that in place. Well, rather, this is gonna go here and those there, and okay, so happy will go down here, and we're just gonna stick those in place here. I'm using this as opposed to a glue stick because remember that this is texture paste and it's very uneven. So I'm not sure how well a glue stick will grab the surface of the texture paste. So I'm using embellishment glue instead. Of course, you could play around with this and see how you want them positioned. There we go, and now we add our little hearts. And there we go. Our finished journal page, Be Happy.